Welcome to a Skewed Chimp.
In a previous video, I mentioned that there was a red pine tree that had caught some sort of insect and had to be taken down near my house. And so I went and I collected the wood, and then I did a video of me just kind of playing with it and kind of shaping it up to see what it would do. I finished rounding it with a roughing gouge, and then I was going to attempt to place a mortise in it. And so I'd like to share that with you. The chattering is going to get pretty annoying, so I went ahead and muted the video. Also, if you're looking at what I'm doing and you know anything about what I'm supposed to be doing, you know that what I am doing and what I am supposed to be doing are not the same things. This whole clip is over 10 minutes long, and as you can see, I'm still not figuring this out on my own, even as I somehow managed to have a certain degree of success with what I'm trying to do here. But I'll go ahead and speed this along. But quite obviously, that's just wrong. So I'm probably not using the bull gouge right. The hell you say? Frankly, I'm kind of surprised you're still alive. I'll try to put a mortise in there. Let me try to actually put a mortise in there. Let's see. And so this part didn't actually go that bad. I mean, just using a parting tool on the end of where the mortise goes and trying to get it shaped up is not that difficult, and it's something that actually went fairly smoothly for this project, at least so far. I mean, the sizing and stuff did take me a couple of tries, but it was really no big deal. Okay, that's on there. Do I dare turn this thing on and see if it holds? Medic! Medic! Looks pretty straight. Incoming! Okay, let me go ahead and reverse that and see where we can go. Okay, so I've got that cleared out. And I think what I'm going to work on now is sanding it out so that I can finish the bottom before I try to place the mortise in. I'll do some more precise fitting because it takes me forever. And then I'll see how that goes. Clearing out the mortise went relatively well. I mean, there were a couple of catches and stuff, but nothing major, and I was able to recover, and I didn't do too much damage, so it was easy to clean up. It all went pretty smoothly. Okay, that's deep enough. I'm going to get this reverse mounted. It's at this point where I do what I often do, which is not leave well enough alone. If you guys are paying attention, you'll see that I'm not using the bull gouge any better now and at this angle than I was at the beginning of this and at the previous angle. Inevitably, even as I'm trying to finish up the bowl and get the finishing touches on it, eventually this happens. That was pretty bad. Holy shnikey. So, crap. Let me work on that. Damn it. And so this process repeated itself several times, and it took a very long time. And I eventually got frustrated, and I tried to use a scraper, but then, while that was effective, I realized that was not the appropriate way to be doing this, and so I needed to reevaluate what I was doing. And then I tried to use a skew after I got frustrated again, and then I went back to using the bull gouge, wrong, and I did this over and over again, and it was a good way to kill an afternoon. Eventually, I acknowledged what I had known all along and said repeatedly, I'm doing this wrong. If I really think about it, one of the reasons that I didn't want to acknowledge that I was doing it wrong is because I was having fun and I was playing in my garage and I didn't want to go inside, God. I didn't want to go inside! Eventually, though, reason wins out. I know I am not holding this right, and so that is causing me some frustration, so I'm going to take a break. Okay, so I was not doing this correctly at all. So I've gone and I've watched some videos of Mike Waltz in order to help me get started. Let's try this again. And so that's what I did. I followed Mike's advice that he laid out in his video, which was very helpful. And I will link you not just to Mike's page, but I will link you to the exact video in question. And so it actually worked for me. I went very slowly, but it's entirely possible that the only way I've ever done this correctly before was on accident. I don't know if I forgot something or if I was getting lucky when I did have it go correctly or what. In any case, of course I went slowly. This is already going so much better. Maybe that's my lesson for this week is if you're a newbie and you're starting out and you're struggling, watch somebody else's videos on how to do it correctly. I'm not going to bother to try to tell you what I'm doing different here. I mean, obviously, previously I was holding it like this and trying to ride the bevel in that direction, which I suppose could work, maybe. But the correct way to do this, or at least the way I saw Mike Waldt doing it, was dragging his bowl gouge out this direction, just doing it in a straight pull cut, and it's working 100 times better. So let me try to clean up this edge again, and maybe that's going to be my lesson for this week if I manage to get it all cleaned out. So this entire clip is well over 20 minutes long, so I've sped it up quite a lot. And of course, I just kept working really slowly and getting used to the way that Mike Waldt had suggested that we do this. So I did that, and I had some catches, a couple of small ones, but nothing major. And the ones that I did have, I was much more able to work out. I didn't have the huge gouges like I had had previously when I was trying to use the tool the wrong way. So that was a major improvement. Everything went pretty smoothly, to be honest with you, and I was really enjoying myself. This was a major improvement. Things were going so well that even this catch didn't bother me. Okay, tremendously better. Wow. I'm sure that's a lot of video. I don't even know if all this is going to be able to fit into like a reasonable segment, but we're doing a hell of a lot better. I'm much happier with this. This is working out pretty well. Okay. Wow. Let me try to get that center part leveled off. So by the time I was all done, I did manage to get it pretty well flattened out, and I was pretty happy with myself. Okay, guys, I got that squared out, I think. Okay, it's high here in the very center, but all the rest of this is squared out, and I think I got most of the tear out. I'll be honest with you, I'm happy with that. I really appreciate that that video was available from Mike Waldt to help me. I'm going to go ahead and cut this here and call that a win. I'll place the mortise and stuff next time. Hold on, buddy. Not so fast. See this crack? See this crack? So I'm back out here, and it's been a couple of days in the 80s or 90s, and, It's about somewhere between a half an inch and 3/4 of an inch of a crack. And importantly, you can see how deeply it runs along the center line, which is where my finger is, I think. It's pretty close. And then on the back side, it goes all the way into the faceplate, and I don't actually know how far in there it goes. That's just too big of a gap to keep working with, and I'm not going to use that much glue, and I don't have any epoxy, and it's just pine. So I'm not sure what, if anything, I'm going to do with this piece other than convert it into firewood at this point, but that's unsafe to turn, in my opinion. I don't think that'll end very well. That doesn't always stop me. In any case, that's where we're at. That's unusable. I can't continue. I took a couple days off. I was busy working. It got warm. It was 80 on one day, and then high 80s on the next day. And between that and the wood just being what it was and it being pine, that's that. But what a nice smooth piece of firewood that is.